up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem, see the special man. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
Hello, good morning, and welcome where it's currently 34 degrees and the temperature is still dropping. And how are you doing over there in your neck of the woods, Mr. J?
I am doing well. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Let's see. First in the chat was Regina. Hello, good morning, and welcome. In today's quarters, don't take life too seriously. Nobody gets out alive. Anyway, smile, be goofy, and I like that. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And Scarlett, that's right. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Currently 35. You're supposed to get down to 32 today. Terry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Good morning, Miss Terry, the Soap Goddess.
Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Terry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Wearing green. Yeah, I was talking to Jay about this earlier. My shirt is green and my tank top is green, but it looks blue on the screen. I don't know why.
I was really tempted to wear a different color because I really wanted to get pinched, but I decided to be a good. Well, I'm never a good boy, but a somewhat good boy and wear green.
Good morning, Jody. How are you doing? Good to see you. That's right. Happy St. Patty's Day. We had I saw that on the news. I've been seeing a lot of people post on Facebook about the bad weather they had in Alabama and the snow they were getting in some areas. Like, wow, I'm glad it wasn't us.
Yeah, yesterday was quite a bit of ridiculous storms that moved from west to east.
We had tornado winds here, but it wasn't that bad as far as in our immediate area. But there was a lot of tree down and power lines down, and people losing their electricity, and yeah, it wasn't nice in some areas.
I have a lot of friends in the Carolinas and Georgia, and my old stomping grounds in southeast Georgia, Brunswick, and all that area, Tifton, all that got hit pretty hard yesterday.
Yeah.
Scarlett, you are not a good girl. You just own
Amy,
your badness, honey. Own your badness.
good morning, Amy. Hello, good morning, and
Good
welcome.
morning, Amy.
Yeah, it was some pretty bad weather yesterday. The wind started picking up yesterday, and it's like, wow. I have a little bit of an update. Mark, it should be back home. I have not gotten any other updates since he was supposed to be going home yesterday evening. They were getting him ready yesterday afternoon to get him to go home. So I'm not sure if he made it home yet or not, but I'm waiting for an update from Mike. Mike's been, him and I have been chatting back and forth. And so as of right now, the last thing I heard was he was going to be going home yesterday evening.
That's
But
great.
he is still dealing with a lot of pain, but he is able to walk now. Mike yesterday basically did some walking with him in at the hospital. So he should have left the hospital yesterday. We'll know more as soon as I hear from Michael. That's right. Get well soon, Mark. In case
Yeah,
anybody
Scarlett, I like your new 69 sign, honey.
I saw that in Auntie Mama's this morning. It's like that's got to be Scarlett. I didn't even look at the name, and then I saw her grandma say, Auntie Mama talk about it this morning. It's like, yeah, that's her. So, Mr. J, what do you have going on this afternoon? I had heard something about something to do with St. Patty's Day today and some kind of
Oh
special.
yes. So tonight is
Baby
our
Girl Live, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Yeah, what's going on with that today?
yeah, tonight is our Misty Media Live, honoring Irish authors, books, and bookstores, trying to get people to recognize the influence of Irish culture on our reading world, and uh, focus on some of the great authors and bookstores out there that people may not be aware of, to be able to add to their reading lineup. So not
That's
even stuff published by us, but just other really great books out there in the world.
hello, good morning, and welcome, Angela in the house. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Angela.
Yes, it's you. You claiming it as yeah, we know about that one. I have some announcements also to make for those that I want to first say thank you to Regina who brought this to my attention, which I was not aware. I thought I know I try to have all the links that I need either in my link tree or in the main channel page of the links that I can have on my home page. And she brought it to my attention. It's like, oh, I thought it was already there, but it wasn't. So I want to thank Regina for bringing that to my attention. But guess what? It's there now. So if you want to check out any of the products that I use on a regular basis, this is an affiliate link storefront that I use on Amazon, which I have two more items I want to add as soon as I test one of the items I got in the mail. I bought this to try, which I'll be using for the first time. It was only $19. And this is the monitor screen that you use when you're doing videoing on your phone, where when you're videoing from this side of your phone and you really can't see the main screen, this helps you see what you're seeing in real time. Only it was only $19. So once I test it, and then I'll add it to that list if I like it. I haven't tested it yet. I did charge it up and pair it and Bluetooth it and all that kind of stuff. But also, I don't know if y'all noticed that I no longer use the Printful merchandise on the Shopify website. It's because they went up on the price again, and it's $112 a month to use Shopify for the and why I can't highlight this. Oh, there we go. And so what I did was I went on ahead and I was able to get back the um, Big Cartel. So the Big Cartel is now also on the first link on my page on the YouTube channel, where now I have the merch and updated logos on the Big Cartel. So if anybody wants to check it out, it is tied into Printful, where with Printful it is print on demand. You order it and it goes directly to your home. It does not come through me, but it is my list of merchandise that I have available. You got things like tote bags, coffee mugs, hats, shirts, and that kind of stuff. So that's available now, and then I have it all activated again because I was not going to be doing it. Do you get a lot of sales? I was, but I was not. It wasn't worth me getting it through Shopify through YouTube and link it to my YouTube channel because it was over $112 a month, and I was not making enough to keep it. And they went up to $112 a month. No, it's not worth it. So I stopped it. I canceled my payment, and I no longer use Shopify because of that.
And for those of you that have a WordPress site, where you're doing anything with WordPress, there is a free plugin for WordPress that links to Printful. So you literally don't have to do anything. Person buys the item on your website, and it automatically sends the order to Printful. Printful fulfills, and anything you create in Printful, it automatically posts it to your WordPress site. So if you're not using a site like Big Cartel or Shopify, one of those, and you may have just like a blog site or something like WordPress, you can still do Printful, and it's completely free of charge to plug it into your site. That's what we use on that's what we use on our sites.
And there's the link for the Big Cartel. It is on my main page, by the way.
I think Lonnie and Candace from Shed Flips used to use Big Cartel.
Well, I
I'm
know
not
several
mistaken.
that used to, and that's why I went on ahead and started using it. It's only like $15 a month. Little Debbie, I thought I saw a question. Here we go. Johnny, not sure if you said it or not, but prayers we are for Angie in the home. Wait,
Wait, what does that mean exactly?
not sure if you said it or not, but we for prayers we for it, me
For
Angie
me, Angie,
in the
in the home
home.
going of her father. You mean for her father going home from the hospital,
Oh,
or
Angie's dad passed away. I didn't know about that. Oh,
oh
that
no,
no, I did not hear that. That happened yesterday?
oh.
Sorry to hear that. I saw her in somebody's chat yesterday. I didn't hear anything about it. No, thank you for letting me know, but no, I did not. Yeah, that wasn't worth me keeping that website. Definitely keeping on my thoughts and prayers. Yeah, that's the
I'll
first
keep
I
my
heard
eyes
of it.
out. I'll keep my eyes out for her as I wander around auctions today and see if I see her.
Well, that's the first I hear of that one. I did not know that. Someone said it. I thought not in this chat. No. Oh, she said it in Ella's. Yeah, I was in Ella's for a little while, but I didn't stay too long because I had things to do. I was cooking and doing laundry, doing house cleaning yesterday. So yeah, I wasn't on YouTube much yesterday. Maybe that might have been Dawn's day.
It's totally fine, baby girl. We just put on our little Sherlock Holmes deer stalker and take the visual clues to solve it out. It becomes a game, which is fun.
Well, which is fun because we figured it out. Thank you for sharing that. Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And don't be sorry, baby girl.
Nah, nothing to
Quick,
be
quick.
sorry about at all.
Yeah, and it may have been in somebody else's chat, but that's the first I heard of it. But definitely we'll do that. Ashley, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hello, Miss Ashley.
But I'll keep that in mind if I see her in somebody's chat today. Usually I watch her live shows when she's live. I don't think she did one yesterday. And if she did, I didn't see it. But anywho, yeah, yesterday I cooked a beef stew.
Did you bring enough to share with the rest of the class?
Well, I got a big bowl of it left. If y'all want some, you have to heat it up yourself, though. Because if you come in it, you got to get it. You serve yourself. It's self-serving. It is buffet style, all you can eat. Whatever's
Buffet.
left. Whatever's left.
Buffet.
Also, don't forget tomorrow we do have Crazy May Stash on our Hump Day auction as guests tomorrow. We do have Crazy May Stash, Julian Jim, and Leslie's Lucky Finds.
Julian Jim.
Yes.
I feel like I haven't seen Julian Jim in a while.
They were on this weekend. I was watching where they were on with Colleen, OG Lions. It might have been Friday or Saturday they were on. And yeah, they do a lot with Colleen on her shows. And also don't forget next Tuesday, you only have not even 2 weeks left. Actually, you got a week and 2 to 3 days. So if you're on eBay and you have a store level where you get a coupon for free shipping supplies, you got to use those air quotes. Make sure you use your coupon before you lose it, because on the 31st, which is not this Tuesday coming up, but next, it'll be the last day of the month for you to use it, or you're going to lose it. And it's only for your shipping supplies that you need by using it. So it depends on what level you have. Just check your subscriber discount tab in your eBay store if you have one. I just saw somebody else come in.
I saw somebody come in his name.
Good morning and welcome. I see you have your new. Let me see some. Go ahead. I'm looking for Hattie. Where he went?
You got
Why
it
don't I
highlighted.
chat? I know, but I don't see it in the chat. That's because it's on Facebook. That's why.
Ah,
That's why I won't see it on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's not in the chat. Well, good morning, hello, and welcome, Hattie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I just
thanks
have
for
to.
joining us on the Facebook side.
Yes, I got to keep remembering to look for that because it doesn't show up in the chat. That's why. Just
Right,
to.
baby girl? All these people show up talking about their tasty meals they make. You think anybody ever comes on here and was like, here, I'll ship you out a Tupperware container and so you can enjoy it too? No. Damn selfish is what it is. Nothing but selfish.
Well, you know what? Deal with it.
Hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. Is anybody out there making corned beef and cabbage today? I have a friend that every year that's what they do. They make homemade corned beef and cabbage.
I eat cabbage, but I don't eat corned beef.
I'm a lapsed Jew. I'm required genetically to enjoy corned beef.
I am required to do nothing but live, die, and pay taxes, and I do all three. Well, one of the two I'm not done yet. So yeah, I just don't eat. I just something about corned beef. I just don't like it.
Ugh, I corned beef to me is one of the food groups.
Cheryl, hello, good morning, and welcome. She's got a big old note for us. Let's see. Good morning, my YouTube family. One for a bit. All be gone for a bit.
Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry.
I'll be gone for a little bit longer. Thank you, my family.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sorry to hear that, Cheryl.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Cheryl.
Oh my God. You are going to be definitely in my thoughts and prayers. I am so sorry to hear that. Amy says she's making corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes.
No, Miss Jennifer, there's no corned beef is basically like brisket. So if you've had brisket, it's basically that kind of beef.
And to me, I find it very salty.
It can be.
Angie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? What exactly is corned beef? Yeah, I just don't care for it. My condolences, definitely. Wow. Never liked corned beef either, Johnny, but if it is made correctly, it most wonderful. Well, Robert
Especially
loves
on
I just
especially on homemade rye with a good mustard. Oh,
I guess I'll have to try it one day. If you need to talk, Cheryl. Yes. Anytime, Cheryl, if you need to talk. Definitely. Good. Yeah. We need to be here for each other. Sorry to hear that. And
yeah.
also keep Angie in your thoughts and prayers where her father passed away. Wow.
There's two breads I find difficult to find a decent version of out this way. I find it hard to find a good rye, and I find it impossible to find a good pumpernickel.
Oh, I love some
Pumpernickel,
pumpernickel.
pumpernickel seems to be like a very East Coast kind of thing. I mean, as it was, I used to be addicted to Dutch Crunch when I lived in California, which is a very California bread. And there's a restaurant here that a sandwich place that here that in Vegas that just started doing Dutch Crunch from scratch. And I'm like, okay, you're my new best friend.
Okay, so it is just basically corned beef is basically a brisket slow cooked with vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and onions covered in water, broth, and simmer for 8 to 11 hours.
Yep, so tender.
And then it says for bake it in your oven, rubbing the brisket with brown sugar, mustard, and spices before roasting.
Yes. My stepmom does it with a brown sugar glaze on it, and man, that combination of sweet and savory. Oh, I she sent last time I went to Florida to visit them. She sent me home on the plane with a care package. It was like I just want to eat one tiny piece a day to make it last.
She said the same thing. She can't find bakery fresh
I,
rye
isn't it
bread.
ridiculous? I mean, I would kill for a decent rye and a decent pumpernickel, and it's not like you can just walk into a supermarket here and find a decent version of it. And we don't have a whole lot of like standalone bakeries. Um, yeah, so
I don't remember the
it's
name of the restaurant that would do fresh baked pumpernickel bread that you got to at your table. I can't remember what restaurant that was, but it was always so good too. All right, Glenn, don't work too hard. And Hetty's back with us on the YouTube side. Hello, Hetty. Welcome. I'm wondering what was the name of that restaurant? It was a place where you it was homemade, fresh homemade pumpernickel bread. And what restaurant that was?
Amen. Amen, Ashley. Although I'm not crazy about the Thousand Island dressing. Like that's the part that gets me out of Reuben. I'm like, I've just never been a big fan of Thousand Island.
I can't handle that. There's just something about that taste. Amy says I'm in Colorado, and the Irish tradition is huge here. Yeah, it's huge in Boston too, girl. Look, there'll be all kind of stuff going on in Boston. But again, I don't do a lot of beef or things like that. But like, yes, I've been wanting. I try to stay away from beef, in moderation. So I very seldomly cook it. But I might have to try that. I hate Russian dressing. Russian dressing.
Jennifer, there in some early recipes, uh, there was a term called corning of beef, which was a corning is like an old term for brining, and that's one of the reasons. And so back then it was called corned beef, but they didn't really use the term brining back then. And it's
That's
also not a true brine. It has some brine to it, but it's not brined the same way you would do a pickle or something like that, where it's immersed in a salt mixture, and really the salt mixture is what makes brining brine. Is
I'm
a
wondering if that's why I didn't like it because back in the day, that's what they were doing, and it was very salty.
Yeah. Now
That's why.
these days they don't use nearly as much salt in it, as they used to, because it doesn't have to be. Corned beef was one of those beefs that they heavily salted because it would last longer when there
Mhm.
was no refrigeration, or there was poor refrigeration. Salting would keep it from rotting out.
So would you cook it as long as you would, like, say, for a roast beef?
You'd actually cook it longer.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it is literally melts. It just melts and falls apart.
Okay.
Corning actually takes its name from the city in New York. In upstate New York, Corning, New York. I used to live in Syracuse, which
I didn't
isn't
know any. I didn't know
terribly
that.
far from Corning, as I recall. And
Oh, like French dressing. I actually like bacon ranch dressing.
I can't do ranch. But give me a really good chunky blue cheese, and like the more bitter that blue cheese is in it, the happier I am. I can put blue cheese on anything.
One, I cannot stand the smell of blue cheese, first of all. But to have it on my salad, no.
Uh, Ranch smells to me like locker rooms. I
Oh,
can't.
I like the bacon one. I don't cook my corned beef that long, just 3 hours. Really? Hmm. Well, is it going to be tender for only 3 hours?
it
Thank you,
will be.
little girl. I just can't stand that smell.
It depends on how much liquid you add to it. You could definitely do it in 3 hours if you use a higher amount of liquid,
Okay. Interesting.
and does really well in a slow cooker. If you're making a brisket in a slow cooker, that's a really great way to do it, because then
Amy
you've got
says
the
she does just like
simmering.
a roast. Okay. Yeah, because I love a nice shredded roast. Liquid is 2 quarts.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and get into our topic of the day. So, without
Maybe,
further ado,
maybe we should make the topic. It's never too late to make a brisket.
you know what? That sounds like a fun day today. How about we just do that? Yeah. So, how many of
It's
you actually do cook corned beef? And
yeah.
what's
I mean,
your secret?
yeah, it's never too late to make your favorite recipe. What's your favorite thing to cook? I've gotten so many great tasty posts, in all, because we always get around to food in here, and it seems like food always shows up in all the auctions, and I love the fact that so many people in our community love to cook, and they're preserving family recipes. And there's been a lot of talk before about using mom's recipe or dad's recipe, and what kind of stuff do you folks love to cook? What's
Terry
your
said, "It's
favorite?
never too late to eat a brisket." You're right about that one,
Hell
right?
yeah, Terry. I agree.
Good morning, Leslie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I don't like brisket. I definitely got away from eating a lot of red meat only because I was dealing with for a while the problem with not knowing what it was gout. So now I have to stay away from overeating too much red meat and seafood, shellfish, and that is hard to do. So I do it in moderation. And I'm craving now that y'all talking about this. I'm craving a roast beef po' boy. Mm.
A po' boy is just is primarily bread, though, right?
It's a French bread with whatever meat, but a good roast beef would be nice and messy with a brown gravy and mayonnaise, mayo. Yeah. Mhm. You rest it. I smoke my brisket all day.
Oh,
Ah,
I have always said everything tastes better either smoked or on a grill. Uh, you can't. It just everything tastes better. Vegetables, meat, you name it.
I
You
love
you
doing vegetables on the grill.
get some smoke in there. Nothing like it. There's a place out of Walla Walla, Washington that I'm
Say that
seriously
again.
thinking about.
Where? Where was it?
I'm Walla Walla, Washington,
Okay. I was waiting to
and
make sure you were saying Walla Walla
but
Walla.
he smokes all his own. It's called the bonfire, and I he's got a pretty cool concept where people can uh, pay money and put it and they put it on like a post-it note, and so people who can't afford meals but would like some out, they can show up, ask for one of the post-it notes, and the post-it note covers their meal, which is really cool. But
Interesting.
he does all his own barbecue and smoking, and so I'm looking at doing a field trip up there just to try out try his food.
I used to work when I was in the restaurant industry. I used to work for a place that did a barbecue. And oh my God, when they start early in the morning and you have that smoke coming from it, that smell from the wood that they used, oh my God, it was so good. And
Then there then there then there's that whole debate of what Kansas City barbecue versus uh, Chicago barbecue versus yeah.
we have a big smoker. That's what they used to use, a pellet smoker. Coming over to visit you, Amy. There you go. You
But
got to watch what you
yeah,
say.
Amy, you better get ready. You better have the picnic tables cleared because we're all buying plane tickets and showing up at your place.
When and what time? Make sure you're there. There's the
And
link for
and what
today's live tonight.
and what side dishes are you doing with your brisket?
Oh,
See,
she
I
loves
grew up
it too.
because I grew up where I grew up in upstate New York. It was uh, a heavily Jewish community, so it was you had all the Jewish delis to be able to go in and out of to get all your you know typical delicacies, and so I grew up on all the all the corned beef and uh, whitefish and half moon cookies and all that great stuff, matzo balls.
Half Moon Cookies.
Yeah, they call it different things, but it's usually where it's a big cookie where half is frosted chocolate and half is frosted vanilla, so it looks like a half moon.
Yeah,
I've heard it called lots of different things, uh, depending on where you grew up.
and like this morning on the news, of course, we're talking about Dunkin' Krispy Kreme Donuts is doing their traditional green frosting donuts, and then of course you got Starbucks doing their green things, and Dunkin' Donuts doing their thing. It's like Lord Jesus. Yes, please call me. Come by. Wait. Yeah, Josie's place, 4 p.m. I have something to say. Today at 4? Oh, that's
No,
Friday.
Friday at 4.
Uh-oh. You got something important to say? What? Uh-oh.
You got something important to say, but you ain't saying it for 3 days. What the?
Side dishes, mac and cheese, homemade, of course. Yeah, that's the only way I love. I'll never forget the first time I met with Robert and I was cooking. And in his pantry, he had boxed mac and cheese. I said, "What is this?" He said, "That's what I want." I said, "Okay, but you gonna cook it because I don't cook that stuff out of a box." So I did it.
I
I cannot stand cooking stuff like that out of a box. But after that was gone, oh no, you're gonna get the real thing. I'll make it from scratch.
I my heart still belongs to a bit of Velveeta shells and cheese. Again, as a kid, Velveeta was a big part of part of my diet. So
I believe that
I will
might be
always I
why
will
I
always
don't
have
like
a
it to
soft
this
spot for
day.
Velveeta.
Because I grew up a lot. We grew that. We did that a lot more as a kid. But also green beans with bacon. Got to have that bacon. And with green beans, I always put small pieces of potatoes in it. Yes. Add
Green
Joe's.
beans are one of those things to me that are just like it takes a billion other ingredients to make it taste like anything.
Oh, I love my green beans with bacon and potatoes, or even pearl onions. Susie, hello, good morning, and welcome. I love that you posted the pictures of the stages, the prop sets of Blue Blood. That
Hello,
was
Miss
so
Susie.
cool. I checked it out. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I like. I
That
like.
those were really cool shots. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about homemade mac and cheese. I got to do it from scratch. I
Right,
cannot
right,
do it out
Angie.
of a box.
It's a comfort food. It's when it's something you know that the minute you make it, and there's a version too with bacon bits. If you've never had that version, that's really good too. But yeah, it's one of those. You're not looking for the gourmet experience when you have that. You're having it because man, I've had a rough day and I need something that I know will make me feel good and that I can make
Okay.
real quickly.
Amy says she does use the Velveeta in her homemade mac and cheese.
It's the correct, Amy. It's the melting part of it, right? It's that creamy factor to it. But love the idea of the sharp cheddar in there. I'm a huge cheddar
And
fan.
that's exactly how I do it with the mac and cheese with the Velveeta, and then of course the sharp cheddar. That's exactly how I do mine. But I used a Fiesta blend of cheese. Is what I use along with it. I do several layers of different cheeses. Steven, hello, good morning, and welcome. And you changed your channel name again. Good morning, Steven. How are you doing? Good to see you. Amy, I just sent you a text if you want to check it out. Oh, copper cheese and sour cream and
Cooper
what?
cheese. I don't know
Never
what
heard.
I've never heard of Cooper cheese.
I haven't either.
So, sour cream. I know a lot of people that do that. It makes it really nice and rich. Um, adds like a real like almost a savory aspect to it.
There's Cooper Sharp and Cooper cheese. What is it? It's an American cheese.
Really,
Bold, tangy flavor, superior melting capability. It's just a sharp American cheese.
I've never heard of a sharp American cheese.
Oh, that's why. You on Facebook. Oh, duh.
Terry, where do you find it?
I've never heard of it.
I never have either. And
That's the
I
first
mean
I heard of that one.
I would love to try it. I'm always looking to try new cheeses. I always say I'll be happy to eat enough cheese until I can't poop for 2 days.
Evidently, Walmart sells it. Target sells it.
No kidding.
Hmm. Wegmans, Food Lions, BJ's, Whole Foods. I just looked in where can I find, and they came up.
Uh, figures I'm not hearing really any names of places we have here in Vegas except for Walmart, and I won't step foot in that place.
Well, you don't have Target?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like the Targets here are. I mean, the grocery sections are. I think are lacking, especially for the
Oh, she
for
said it's
the.
sold in this deli. She said it's sold in the deli.
There's no deli at my Target.
You don't have a grocery store that has a deli?
Not good ones. I mean, Smith's is not exactly what I would call. Uh,
Hello, good morning, and welcome, Michael.
Smith's is not what I would call
No,
a
it's the type
great
of
grocery
cheese.
store.
It's the type of cheese. It's not the brand. It's a type.
Hi, Michael.
It's a it's a type of brand. It's a type of cheese, not a brand. They got regular and they have sharp. So it depends on which one you like better. I didn't realize they had two different kinds, a regular and a sharp.
I
It's
would
like
I would
like
love it.
I never heard of Cooper cheese. Okay, I haven't heard about it either. That's a first. And trust me, uh, several cheeses that we do buy. I love our deli here at our Market Basket. They have a great selection. I've been using the new trim and slim deli meat. Oh my god, so good.
That just
Less
takes the fun out of it.
low sodium. Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? How's that weather in your area of Canada? Hello, good morning, and welcome. I believe you're in Canada, if I remember correctly. Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, I love their different. Oh, and then what I like about it too, if you haven't tried any of the certain cheeses and you want to try it, they always give you a sample first before you purchase it.
Michael,
Cheese.
I wish we had that grocery store out here. I mean, I know it is like Texans are absolutely passionate about that grocery store chain, and I really wish we had one out here. I hear it's just absolutely amazing, and that they do tremendous stuff for the community. I we finally got an Aldi out here in Vegas. We actually got one or two of them. It's not anywhere convenient for me, so I still haven't been. But I know people rave about that too.
The only thing with them is that after you get used to certain things, they discontinue it. It's not like a
Mm.
constant thing, and I don't like that. Like right now, I found some shrimp that they have, and I love it. But I don't know how long it's going to be before they stop carrying it. So I'm enjoying it while they have it because I do my shrimp on Fridays.
So when you go shopping for cheese, are you shopping for snacking on it, or is it always shopping to use the cheese in a recipe?
Both. I'll do cheese like sometimes by itself, or I'll do that with wheat crackers, whole grain
Mm.
wheat crackers, just as a snack. We
I
have a
just really
store of
love cheese.
Woodman's. I love Woodman's. Oh my God, they're got a good selection. Yes, when we go out to the lake house, that's what we go. Woodman's is the good. Yeah, I like that place. They're big too. I got a big selection of stuff. Like their aisles, I think it's like what 3 or 4 aisles of just snacks and chips and all kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm sure I could probably find more of that stuff of if I went to somewhere like Sprouts or Trader Joe's, but geez, I can't see paying those prices.
They have an
Yeah,
improved.
that's what I hear, Michael, is that they're the first ones to take care of their communities when stuff goes wrong. I saw there's a comedian called Felt Face, little purple puppet, and he did a show from somewhere in Texas, and uh, somebody in the audience mentioned they worked for HEB, and the audience went crazy, and he couldn't understand that somebody had to explain to him why they felt so passionate about him.
Hmm, interesting. Well, also, if anybody wants to come up and promote your channel or talk about food that we've been talking about all morning, the link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to come on up. And most times it's still sleeping. I hear that. Yeah, because usually I haven't seen y'all live at night or in the morning when I wake up. It was hilarious. There was a felt face.
Oh, you did see it.
Never heard of it. I'm back. I had to help mom get up and go. Well, thank you for coming back, little Debbie. Hope mama's doing well. So for those that are just coming in, I know Jennifer dropped your link for your show tonight. Talk a little bit about that and what are you going to be promoting on that channel? What's going on tonight?
So we're going to be looking at Irish authors that a lot of folks may not know about. So not necessarily going back to you know 1800s and the stuff you were forced to read in school, but current contemporary Irish authors. People get very ingrained into shopping the US. So, Amazon isn't going to show you those international authors that are top ranked in sales. If you're in the US, you're going to pretty much only see US authors. And very rarely, unless it's somebody who's managed to cross over, will you see anything else. But when you get to looking at, actual bookstore sales and looking at other countries, their top 10 lists don't look anything like our top 10 lists. And there's so many terrific Irish authors and Irish publishers out there in small press that don't get enough visibility in the rest of the world, because they kind of get squashed down by the big conglomerate publishers and retailers. So we're trying to spread some love. Indies supporting indies, and hopefully introducing people to some authors and publishers, and especially bookstores, independent bookstores that they might not know about otherwise. All of the bookstores that we're going to talk about tonight are available through bookshop.org, so people could easily purchase books and support those stores, even if they're not in your own country. There's still ways to support indie bookstores around the world, which is really, really critical in this day and age when so many are shutting their doors and they're not able to stay open because people are buying all their books from some big conglomerate online like Amazon. And just a reminder to everybody, if you're buying your ebooks from Amazon, you don't own them. And Amazon is pretty much the only place that does that. Amazon is only granting you a license to read it, and they can revoke that license at any time. And if the book goes out of print, if the publisher chooses to take the ebook out of print, you no longer have a copy of that. You're no longer authorized to read it.
So
So
you buy it as an ebook?
if you buy an ebook from Amazon, you are not buying the ebook. You are buying a license to read it, and they even say that in the book, in that section where you're going to check out. So if you're looking to actually own your ebooks, don't buy from Amazon. Buy from the publisher, or uh, buy from a different, basically any other retailer out there in the world today that's selling ebooks. It's as a publisher, you'd think I'd be really supportive of Amazon, and we deliberately drive our traffic basically anywhere else. They really don't take care of authors or publishers, and these days they don't do a great job with readers either.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's true, Michael. Amazon started out as just books, and then once they killed off, most of the independent book market, then they decided they weren't really that crazy about books. The current CEO of Amazon, uh, not Bezos, but the other guy that's actually in charge day to day, does not like books, and has made that very public and very clear that uh, he is looking at phasing out books and focusing on other stuff, and they've already started that. Uh, so um, it's they've laid off so many people in their department that they call experiences and something else, and it's basically all the layoffs Amazon has been doing is in their book, anything related to books, ebooks, or Kindle, is where all the layoffs are happening. It has been for the last 2 years.
Michael says it's not just books. You don't own your streaming movies,
Yep.
audiobooks, software, and all licensed deals.
There's a reason why there's been big news about the current generation moving back to physical media. That's why we're seeing a big increase in CDs, DVDs, actual print books. Everything is seeing anything physical and tangible.
Mhm.
Uh, Sales are absolutely increasing because people are finally understanding this thing that they don't own what they're buying. It's just a temporary license, and so uh, I'm noticing that on the book side that my print sales are. It used to be my ebook sales made a bigger uh, were a bigger chunk of my business than my print, and that scale is starting to shift the other way, where I'm actually doing more print than I am more print than I'm doing ebook, which is and that's people willing to pay 5, 6, 7 times more for the print than the ebook, but it's permanent. It's theirs. They get to own it. So
Hello, good morning, and welcome, Keith. How are you doing? Good to see you. Stacy says that, okay, that's interesting. Good tip. I didn't have no idea about it. I didn't either. That's
yeah.
news to me, too. I didn't know that.
Also, anytime you buy an ebook from Amazon, they charge the publisher to deliver that ebook to the customer. So so not only are they taking a percentage of our sale, they're taking an additional percentage of our sale to electronically transfer that ebook to the customer on their Kindle or what other device. So we lose even
Almost
more
like
money.
renting a library book, but you just got to pay for it to use it.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather readers check out our ebooks from their public library, because most library setups now are set up in a way that I actually make my authors and I make money every time the ebook gets checked out.
I didn't know
So
that
I have no problem whatsoever with people reading our ebooks from their public library. We get paid either way.
either. Okay.
So I'm a huge supporter of libraries anyway. Um, they are absolutely the publisher best friend. I
Robin and I
you'll
do that a
never
lot. We go to the library and check out, like, you can only check out somebody at a time, but that's fine. But you have, if there's no one waiting for that book from the library, you can check it out again or renew it.
Yep.
Somebody's waiting on it, then you have to return it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
Uh,
libraries are amazing, and librarians are they're a godsend for publishing. You find a librarian who loves a book, they tell every single I mean, imagine just every single book geek that you know, like that person that you can sit down with and they can't wait to tell you about the last 15, 20 books that they read. That's a librarian every day. Librarians are just so passionate. And I've never found an exception to that rule. I've never found an exception where librarians are like, yeah, I just do this job because, it's a job and it's a paycheck. They're always so passionate about their community and about the books that they
and what's
have in their
sad too
collection.
is that in Boston, they're going to close down some. They had until the end of this year. They just got finished spending like $10 million over the remodeling of a couple of libraries in Boston, and now they're talking about closing them by the end of the year. So they're fighting for that now.
The thing people need to remember is that a percentage of every library's budget is based on circulation numbers. So whether that, and in some cases that's a combination of ebook and print, and in some cases just the print. But the library, in order to get their budget renewed every year, usually has to demonstrate that they've got the circulation numbers to to qualify for getting their funding each year. If their circulation numbers are down, the local government says, "Well, hey, we're better off, using that money for snowplows or something
Yeah.
else." And it's always the arts that gets cut first, always. So if you want to support if you want to make sure your local library stays open, best thing you can do is check out books, participate in any community activities they're doing. Uh, libraries need your support.
Yeah. Also, I just want to mention I just got an update with Mark. He is back home, but he is still
Yay!
in a lot of pain. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers for him to have a speedy recovery because he's in a lot of pain.
I
He
hope
is.
they're giving him really. I hope they're giving him really good stuff.
I didn't. I'm trying not to keep too much conversation going. I just want to make sure he's okay, and let him know we're keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. Let him. Sure. So yeah, but he is home. He made it home yesterday.
Excellent.
Yeah. Cha Cha, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
See, folks, you'll be rid of me before you know it. Mark will be back in his chair.
We don't know about how that's going to work. So yeah, we're waiting to hear. Stacy, thank you for being a member for 33 months already.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Definitely.
I love seeing people support each other like that.
Don't
33
forget,
months.
everyone, if you are a member, if you go to the dollar sign in the bottom chat, you have a little button that you can use to promote how long you've been a member. It's like a little advertisement kind of thing. If you choose to do that, it's there. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to remind everybody about an offer that we made from our publishing house to all of you, which is if you are looking for prize giveaways on your channel, we are offering absolutely free of charge to you books from our catalog. We can either drop ship them directly to your contest winners, or we can send them to you to ship out underneath your own name. We are not asking for any money whatsoever from anybody in here. All we're asking for is some on-air credit for the book, and in your comments field, in your comments for your show, just a credit for the book. You can even pick So if you're I know Al from Al's Full Metal. I always call her Full Metal Shop.
Full
I
metal
don't know
shop.
why. Yeah. Like I know Al is like me. She's kind of a fantasy sci-fi geek. If you think that's better, those kind of books will be better for your audience. You can pick those books as your giveaways. We're open to it. Just shoot me an email at usually shows up somewhere there.
It's there.
Um, Okay. Shoot me an email of what you might be interested in, and we will be more than happy to work with you. This way, you've got some giveaways to give away on your channel. We get a little bit of exposure for us and our authors, and some good marketing for all of us to have giveaways and that sort of thing. But it's a way for me to be able to help everybody out a little bit with their channels, and you know, for us to get a little something back too. So happy to do. Just let us know how we can help out with that.
Um, the email is in the description bar below. If you want to go and copy and paste it, it is. I had to go check and make sure what we had in the description. So yes, all his information is in the description bar below. By the way, towards the bottom of the description bar.
Michael, I don't know what it's like these days in the high schools, but I remember all the high schools that I went to had these amazing magazine. They were all kept like in a back room in the library. Like you had to go to a special window,
Mhm.
and request the magazine when you wanted to check it out for for its article or whatever. But I remember there used to be really fantastic magazine selections in the schools. I have
Yeah.
no idea if they still do that or not. I mean, we're
I don't
talking,
know. I know that I used to
talking
love
80s.
going there, especially when I was doing research.
Of course, nobody has to use a card catalog anymore, and now a lot of those magazine articles are available, digitized online. That takes the fun out of it. I
Stacy, whose link you want? Can you please share your link again? Link for what? Can you clarify which you want the link for? Which link?
Oh, I should also add that that offer from us is international, so it's not limited to just resellers in the United States. We sell on every continent, and I have
Oh,
the ability to print in other countries. So,
Jennifer just
uh,
dropped his link in the chat. Yeah, usually Mark Tool Guys Vintage and resells with me in the mornings, but he had to have surgery, so he'll be out for a while. And so Jay decided he was going to come in and take the morning with us. That's his channel right there. And you can email him on those books if you choose to. Um, and he's live tonight. Um, that link should be in his channel. When you go to YouTube.
me and my author friend Linda K. Hardy, she's a hoot. You gotta tune in just for Linda. That girl crazy.
Keith, I think a lot of us did. Yeah, I used to always be, especially in the summertime. I used to love to be in the library because I used to do genealogy, and my mom did too. So we were always researching, and they had all kind of books and magazines and what they call those little reel to reel things. I forget what they called them. Where if you wanted to look up certain things, it was always on. I forgot the name of the file they used back in the day. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I used to love that. Just realized I am subbed. She just realized she is subbed. Cool.
That's
See,
a that's a lot of people, Michael. My God, what
wow.
city? What city is that? I can't even
That's
imagine
a lot of
100,000
students.
students.
Wow. Microfiche. That's it.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
microfiche. Yep.
Yep. Yep. And that was pretty cool though because it was all turned into. It was actually you had to. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I love the machine that it was on. San
So,
Antonio.
are you so you're a lifelong Texan?
As far as I know, he is.
Wow. It
Yeah,
seems
we
like
don't.
these
We
days
don't have that
it's
many people.
it seems like these days it's so rare for anybody to stay in whatever state they were born in. Everybody kind of migrates somewhere else. You
Well,
don't
I
see a
was
whole
in
lot
my
of.
hometown until, well, let's see, I'll be 60 this year. So I was 54 when we moved here. So yeah, I stayed in my hometown the whole all that time. So it happens. It can happen, and it's just you never know. I am tri-state. Yeah, right. Like you're right on the border of 3 different states, aren't you? Or close to it.
Is there a place, Jennifer, that you can like drive to where you can get out of your car and stand there and you're standing on like all 3 states at the same time? I always find it fun when you there's a couple of those spots like between uh
Oh, I see what
out
she's
here in
saying.
like in the desert states.
She was born in Philly, moved to New
Oh,
Jersey, now live in Delaware. Okay.
you're the first person I know of that actually lives in Delaware.
Oh, we got several of them. Aaron lives in Delaware, Maryland. I moved to Texas when I was 3 from Spain. Small town in Japan, Philippines, and okay, Michigan too. Wow.
Were you a military kid, or were you or your family from Spain?
Oh, he lives in oh, never mind. Okay, that's right, Maryland. That's right. That's 2 separate states. That is a large school. Yes, it is.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
I never would have thought of San Antonio being that
I didn't
big.
either. Ellen, hello, good
Ellen,
morning, and welcome.
good morning, Lady Ellen.
All right, that's what I thought you were near the border of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New Jersey.
I just think it'd be fun to be able to like step out of your car and be like, "Look, I'm standing in 3 states at one time."
His dad was in the Air Force.
Okay, I figured that had to be in there somewhere.
It's a long story. All right, anybody that would like to come on the show, you're more than welcome to, or even after the show's over, you're more than welcome to join us. Don't forget that Jay will be live tonight. And what time is that again tonight?
It is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. So that means 8 Central. Right? No,
Uh,
7 Central.
7 Central.
Yeah.
See, I don't do all that mathing stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's a
grab
lot. Yeah.
I grab the 2 coasts and leave everybody in the middle to figure it out.
All right, everybody. So if anybody would like to come on after the show's over, you're more than welcome to. That link is at the top of the chat. And hope to see y'all again later and have a great and safe and happy little St. Patrick's Day celebration, however, if you do celebrate. And so as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet until another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all.